Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram. 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram. Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram. Jaya Nitai Gaurango Nitai Gaurango Nitai Gaurango Gaurahari. Jaya Nitai Gaurango Nitai Gaurango Nitai Gaurango Gaurahari. Jaya Nrsingadev Jaya Nrsingadev Jaya Nrsingadev Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Nrsingadev Jaya Nrsingadev Jaya Nrsingadev Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Prahlad Nrsimho Prahlad Nrsimho Prahlad Nrsimho Prahlad Nrsimho. Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimha Lakshmi Nrsimha Lakshmi Nrsimho Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimho. Shri Nrsimho Jai Nrsimho Jai Jai Nrsimha De Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringo. Shri Nrsimho Jai Nrsimho Jai Jai Nrsimho Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringo. Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jai Jai Nrsimha Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringo. Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jai Jai Nrsimha Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringo. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Shishi Sita Rama Chandra ki jai. Shishi Prahlad Lakshmi Nrsimha ki jai. Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari 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 Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Shishi Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Rama, Hare. Alle zusammen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, усі разом. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, letzte Mal. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Bolo Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Haribol. Alle zusammen, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Bolo Hari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Narasimha, alle zusammen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Bolo Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Alle zusammen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Letzte Mal. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hop ho! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev, Avarisha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa. Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev, Avarisha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa. Nrsimha. Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jaya Jai Nrsimha, Alisha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa. Oh, Jai Nrsimha Dev, Nrsimha Dev, Nrsimha Dev, Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev. Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev, Nrsimha Dev, Nrsimha Dev, Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev. Jaya Jai Bhakta Prahlad, Bhakta Prahlad, Bhakta Prahlad, Jaya Jai Bhakta Prahlad. Jai Srila Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Alle zusammen. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Shri Prahlad Nrsimhadev Bhagavan Ki Jai Gaura Premananda Hari Hari Bol. Shri Rama Navami Mahamahotsava Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Jagat Guru Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Sitaram Lakshman Hanumanji ki jai. So thank you very much for the bhajans. Now we will have a lecture, Ram Katha, by our dear Narahari Mataji. She is wandering Ramayana and Mahabharata. So we're looking forward to hear from her about Sri Ram. We will have the lecture until the Gaur Artik until 6:30. And then after Gaur Artik at 7 o'clock, we will have cake and milk. Mahaprasadam cake and milk. So, and Rasmalai also. Hare Krishna. Sitaram Lakshman Hanumanji ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Narahari Mataji ki jai.
I start, no? I don't want to singing, no, just start, no? Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Ram, Jai. So, it's very nice to narrate the story of Lord Ram, which is very dear to all the devotees. I think all the devotees knows Ramayana, children also, the story of Lord Ram, Mother Sita, and yes, so today is Ram Navami, the birthday of Lord Shri Ram. So we'll speak some pastimes of Shri Ram. So Lord Ram is born today in Ayodhya. Ayodhya is a nice city in India. And so it starts like that King Dasarath, he had 3 wives, Kaushalya, Sumitra and Kaikai. But he didn't have any children. So as a king, it's very worrying, because who will rule the kingdom later after King Dasarath is not there? So he was in anxieties. So he approached Vasishtha Muni, his spiritual master, and he was speaking to him that I have much anxieties because I have 3 queens and no child. So then Vasishtha Muni gave him the advice that he can go in the forest and get one sage. His name is Sri something with Sri. So he can make the yagya and then you will have the children. So he was invited and he did the yagya. So when yagya was performed, Agni Dev came and he brought a big pot of sweet rice, like this room full, such a big pot. So Vasishtha Muni request that should make in a small portion that is easy to accept. So it turned into a small pot and there was sweet rice inside, and he said that please feed your wives and you will have nice sons. So then King Dasarath gave one part to Kaushalya and one part to Kaikai. Then the Kaikai and Kaushalya together make 2 parts and give it to Sumitra. So that's why Sumitra has 2 sons, Lakshman and Satrugna. And Kaushalya, Mata Kaushalya has Lord Ram and Kaikai Bharat. So then the 4 children were born. It's a big festival in Ayodhya. People are very happy today. The whole Ayodhya is decorated with flowers and candles, and every house cook nice preparations. And then the children were grown up. So then Vasishtha Muni took them in their ashram and they started to study all kinds of knowledge and weapons. And usually in Ram's Katha, like Krishna's Katha, when Krishna is small, he's stealing butter, he's very naughty. But by Ram you don't hear this, yeah? Because Ram is Maryada Purushottama and he was very obedient, but Lakshman was very naughty. Yeah? So he used to do all this. Lakshman's naughtiness was to do with bow and arrows. So what he used to go in the forest, the girls are getting water to fetch. So he used to put an arrow and the nose ring from the girl will come out with the arrow and it's going in front of the girl. Hey, my ring, like that. So then Lord Ram will say, Lakshman, stop it. So then Lakshman will just put the ring back. And no blood, nothing, and she don't feel any pain. So these were the pastimes. You can, some nice pastimes. Lakshman used to do that. And Lord Ram was very, by Lord Ram was very polite and very, not by Krishna, Krishna was very naughty. Even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very, used to go under the water and pull the legs of brahmanas while they were chanting the Gayatri. So, but Lord Ram was not like that. So then they grew up and they came back to Ayodhya. And King Dasarath was explaining about their past kings, how they were surrendering their life to the kingdom and what they did, and like this, like Harishchandra, King Harishchandra. I know you must have heard the story about King Harishchandra, how suffering he has to go with so many difficult times. But still he did not give up the truthfulness. No? So he was explaining their previous kings, how they were ruling the kingdom. And then at that time, Sarwan came and said that Vishwamitra is here. Vishwamitra Muni is here. So when they hear the name of Vishwamitra, they are become very conscious, and that because if they are not happy, like Durvasa Muni, Vishwamitra, they are very give course very quickly. No? So then King Dasarath came and welcomed him and give him the seat to sit and wash his lotus feet. And then he said, what can I do? And Vishwamitra said that actually I'm doing yagyas in the forest and the demon Marichi and his crew are coming and destroying the yagyas. So I want that somebody protects my yagyas, and that the sages can do the yagyas in a peaceful way. So then King Dasarath said, no problem, I can come, I get my army. And Vishwamitra said, sorry, I don't want you, not your army. So then what you want? I want Ram. And Dasarath just, when he heard the name of Ram, he just fainted. Sorry. He said, after a few minutes, he wake up and he said, my Lord, please, Ram is just a child, is coming from Gurukul. How can he fight with Rakshasas? Let me come. I have so much experience. I have been fighting all my life. Because Dasarath, name of Dasarath, means the one who can shoot the arrows in 10 directions. Dasarath, no? And he was so powerful that in the dark, he can shoot the arrows. He was so knowledge of the arrows, bows and arrows, or the archeries. So then, but Vishwamitra says, sorry, I want only Ram. You give Ram or I go back. So then Vasishtha Muni is speaking to Dasarath, don't worry. He's so powerful, he can kill the demons, but he wants to give the praise to Lord Ram. Send him to him, he will protect him, take care of him, and he will become glorious. So then Dasarath agree, and then Lakshman also got ready to go with Lord Ram. Jai Prahlad Lakshmi Nishiyade ki Jai. So then they went in the forest, and on the way they met Ganga, Mother Ganga. So Vishwamitra told the story of Ganga, how Mother Ganga appeared. I think you all know how she appeared. And it was, then they moved forward and they came to one forest. The forest was completely devastated. Nothing was growing there because there was demons living there. They destroy everything. And there was so that's why Vishwamitra took Ram and Lakshman to destroy the demons. And so they came in this forest, and there was a big stone. And when Lord Ram was walking, the dust fell on the stone, and from there a lady appeared, Ahalya. She was cursed by her husband to become the stone. So is the power of dust of Lord Ram. Even though Ram didn't even touch, he's just walking and the dust fall on the stone, and Halya was liberated. And then they came to the ashram, and so the sages started to do the yagyas, and Ram and Lakshman were protecting the Yagya Kund and killing the demons. Marichi came with his crew. They started to throw bones and blood on the, but nothing was happening because Ram and Lakshman, they make a chakra around the yagya. So then yagyas were performed very peacefully, everything was done. And then a messenger from Janakpuri came that there will be a marriage of Mother Sita, and the King Janak wanted to invite Vishwamitra for the yagya of her daughter. So Vishwamitra said, so Ram and Lakshman, you also come. I'm going to the marriage of Mother Sita. There will be Swayamvar. So he took Ram and Lakshman with him. So they came to Janakpuri. And then in Janakpuri, there was a big festival. And there was a big bow lying in the middle of the assembly. This bow was actually the Mount Kailash. Now, it was given by Lord Shiva from the previous kings, and it was coming from the king after king, and that's why King Janak had this bow. And so then when Mother Sita was just a small girl, they were playing with a bowl. And the bowl was laying on the big wooden table, like with the wheels, And there was like this, and then the bowl went under the table. So all the girls came and they started to move the table to take the bowl out, but they could not do it. So then Mother Sita came and said, just move aside, let me do it. So she just moved the bow. And at that time, King Janak came and he saw this. Because this bow was so heavy, even so many men, 100 men, so they could not lift the bow. And this small girl, she's just lifting the bow with her one hand, like lifting the flower. So then Janak thought, okay, if I have to marry my daughter, the husband should be more powerful than her. If she is lifting this bow, then she cannot have some ordinary person to get her married. No? So that's why Swayamvar took place, and Janak said that whoever lift the bows and archer it, he will get my daughter in marriage. So then, the day came of the Swayamvar, and big princess and Gandharvas, many, all the assemblies was full. Even Ravan came, and because he thought he's the god, he's the power. So what is this bow? So he came and he lifted the bow. And he lifted this much, and Lord Shiva put his lotus feet, and he could not lift the bow, and his hands were crushed in the bow. So then this was a big insult for him, so he just left. So then, one by one, all the prince and all the great personalities, they came and started to lift the bow, but nobody could lift the bow. King Janak was getting worried, he was in anxieties. He said, what's happening here? The whole world is becoming, how you say it? beware, how is it in English? There are no real Kshatriyas, he says. It's becoming, there are no real Kshatriyas left or what in this world. Nobody can lift, even what to speak of archering, it just cannot lift the bow, somebody. And then you can see Lord Ram, he was, Vishwamitra took him, so he did not get up. He could do it, and he saw Mother Sita in the garden picking flowers, and he was so much enchanted by her. But still, because he's been brought by Vishwamitra, if Vishwamitra don't say, he will not get up. So then, big show was done. Nobody lift the bow, and then Vishwamitra said, "Ram, please go and lift the bow." So is the Lord Ram following the principles now. He said, "No, I cannot. I just cannot go myself. I have been I should be invited." So Vishwamitra said, "Please go." So he got up and he left the bow and archered, and it broke because the time for this bow was over. It has to be destroyed because it's very powerful and nobody will able to lift it anymore, because as the Kali Yuga is increasing, power is getting less and less. So Lord Ram said, okay, the bow has to be out of the way. So then what happened is that everything became black, and Parshuram came very angry, very angry. Who broke my Lord Shiva's bow, my worshipper Lord Shiva? And it's a big insult. How can one do that? So he came in the assembly and he said to King Janak, bring me the person who has broken the bow. And King Janak says, my Lord Parshuram, please not be angry. It is just, I make this vow that whoever lifts the bow and get married, look, my daughter is nicely married now, please bless her. And Parshuram says, first bring me the person who broke the bow. And then Lakshman gets always very angry. No? He speaks in behalf of Lord Ram. And he said, why are you so angry with this bow? In our childhood, we have broken many bows. Nobody said anything. And this bow is so old, My brother just lifted it and it broke down. So why? You are a Brahmana, you are Parshuram, and you are so angry for not necessary. It's not, how you say, it doesn't, befitting you to get angry, And then Parshuram got more angry because he's challenging Lakshman, and he said, I want to see this person who broke the bow. So then Lord Ram came. I am the one who broke the bow, so you can punish me what you want to punish me. And when he saw Lord Ram, he was little bit thinking, this person is not an ordinary person. I must test him. Who is the person? So he had another bow. It was also similar to that bow. And actually this bow, only Lord Vishnu can, he and Lord Vishnu can carry that bow. And then he said, okay, take this bow and archer it. Then I will see who you are. So then he took the bow and he said, okay, all right, I know who you are. And then Lord Ram said, but wait a minute. When arrow is in my bow, I cannot just put it back. It has to get some aim. So you tell me, should I destroy your gati, means speed, because he has a curse by his father that he cannot stay at night, but before evening he has to go away from this earthly planet. He cannot stay because 20 times he destroyed the Kshatriyas, so his father was really angry on him. And he said, okay, shall I destroy your gati or should I destroy your ahankar? Because you have so much ahankar that you are Parshuram and you are only Ram. So what should I do? Tell me. Then he said, destroy my ahankar, that I can really meditate on you without any prestige, any false ego, or any that I am Parshuram, So Lord Ram destroy his ego, his ahankar. So this is the Parshuram, nice Parshuram. Actually, Parshuram is a person who just he was so because the Kshatriyas actually they were so degrading, and they started to use their power to misuse the society, to misuse the Vedic culture, and so they have to be destroyed. So Parshuram did that. 20 times he made a river with blood, and he washed his hands in there. So it's a little disgusting, what do you call it? Ghastly, yeah. So then, and so now, marriage took place. And now what happened is that Sita and Ram, and then King Janak has a brother who has 2 daughters, Sukriti and Mandavi. And so Vishwamitra said that let's get these 4 girls married to 4 princes. So Ram and Sita, Bharat and Mandavi, Lakshman and Urmila, and Satrughna with Sukirti. So they have 4 mandas, not 1 manda, but 4 mandas. And they were all married nicely, and then they came back to Ayodhya. So the mothers were very happy. They welcomed the daughters-in-law, and Kaushalya and Sumitra and Kaikai, and they welcomed their daughters-in-law and their sons, and the whole kingdom was decorated nicely. So this was a very happy times. So then King Dasarath, he thought, okay, now Ram is married and he's the eldest son, and he's capable of ruling the kingdom. So I will hand over the kingdom to him, and I will go in the forest. So he was sitting in his room, and there was a mirror. In the mirror he saw, okay, hairs are white, beard is white, so it's a time that I take this to make the Ram king, it's a decision, So then Ram was called in the assembly, and King Dasarath said that tomorrow you will be incarnated to become the king. So Lord Ram said, I'm not ready for that, Father. And you are ruling so nicely, I cannot do like you are doing. And then all the ministers and all this, they started to say the qualities of Lord Ram, that you are you are capable of ruling the kingdom, you are beloved of the citizens, you are very compassionate, you are very generous, and you know the dharma. So like that, they try to speak in behalf of Lord Ram. So then the king said, okay, tomorrow is the incarnation of Lord Ram. So then, so then what happened is that in the evening, Mantra is the maidservant of Kaikai, and she heard the news, so she went to Kaikai and said, tomorrow Ram is getting coronation. And Kaikai said, oh, very nice. Yeah, I love my Ram so much. He's the eldest son, and he should become the king, and is perfect. She was very happy because she loved Ram so much. Even she loved Ram more than Kaushalya did. She was doing everything for Ram, cooking, Rajbhog, and Ram, when he was small, he used to go into Kaikai's and eat there, and Kaikai was taking care of him. So it was not that Kaikai did not love Ram. He loved him so much. And so she was so happy. But then Mantra, she put poison in her head. Mantra, man means mind, and Tra is the chariot of mind, which is not good qualities, Mantra. Now, she has not good qualities, and she polluted the mind of Kaikai. And the good weapon she took is that when Ram becomes the king, you will be like a servant, because Kaushalya she will be the Rajmata, and you will be like servant. And this, no queen can accept this, that she will become like a servant. And this made her, she lost her all good qualities, and she was captured by Mantra's evilness. No? So, yes, our mind, and yes, we have to be very careful with our mind that doesn't capture us with evil things and unwanted things and doubts and all these things. Yeah. So then Mantra said, you remember? And then Kaikai said, but now is one night left, tomorrow is coronation. How am I going to change everything? It's just not possible. And then Mantra reminded her about the vow what King Dasarath gave to her. There was a war, and Kaikai was the charioteer of King Dasarath. And King Dasarath got wounded, and Kaikai very cleverly she took the chariot out of the battlefield and serve him and cure his disease, where he was hurt by herbs and everything. So King became very happy with her service, and he said, you can ask 2 booms, whatever you want now. I'm so pleased with your service. And she said, my dear husband, I have everything now. I don't need anything. But if I need something, I will ask you. And King Dasarath said, yeah, okay, keep these 2 vows. When you need, you can have them. So all these years, she didn't ask for anything. She didn't need anything. She has everything. But now, Kaikai said, these 2 booms, you can use it. One, Ram goes in forest for 14 years, and your son becomes the king. So everything is done very cleverly. And Kaikai said, yeah, good idea, very nice. So then, what she did, in a palace, there is a Kop Bhavan. When something sad happens, one goes there. This is a Kop Bhavan. Kop means sadness, distress, whatever. We have only one room. But in palace, they have one room, Kop Bhavan. So she went there. She took her nice sari. She wore some very simple sari, all jewelry she throws everywhere, and she sits in the bed weeping. King Dasrath, she was her beloved queen. Just see. Kaikeyi was so beloved, even more than Kaushalya. So she said to Mantra, I don't see Kaikeyi, where is she? Oh, Kaikeyi, yeah. She's in the Kop Bhavan. Eh? Kop Bhavan? Why? I don't know. So King Dasrath went in the Kop Bhavan. When he came, he saw shattered everywhere his jewelry, necklace, earrings, ankle bells. And he slowly came. There was a bed there. She was lying, half weeping. And King Dasrath came and he said, my dear queen, what happened? Did somebody insult you? Did somebody say something? You are hurt with something? He was trying to bring her back in her joy, you know? And she would not say anything. He said, then after some time she said, you remember 2 booms you gave me? Of course I remember. I'm the Rajashri. I never can forget what I tell people. So I know 2 booms. You have still your 2 booms. Yeah, please go ahead, ask what you want. You are my beloved queen. Ask what you want. So then she said, first you take vow on Lord Ram that you will not later say, no, this I cannot do. You have to take on, because Ram is beloved of you, take vow on Lord Ram. Whatever I say, you give me. Yes, I vow on name of Lord Ram. Whatever you say, I give. So then she said, okay, Ram goes 14 years in the forest. What? He fainted. And then after some time he got up. He said, my second boom? Yeah, okay, ask. King Bharat becomes the king. Tomorrow is coronation. Ram becomes the king, and now you come with this idea. Okay, Bharat can become the king. I can make him king, no problem. But please, take this vow back that Ram goes 14 years in the forest. You know how beloved is you, beloved Ram so much, and how can you send Ram 14 years in the forest? Yeah, these are my vows. I don't want to change them. Then she sent a messenger. Go and call Sumanta, the chief minister. So came. Gave him the news. Make announcement. Ram goes 14 years in the forest and Bharat becomes the king. The Sumanta was also half unconscious. Somehow he came to Vasishtha Muni, gave him the news. Everything was ready, coronation was ready, waters. They collect jal from all holy rivers to make Abhishek of Lord Ram. Big, nice kaleshis everywhere. Yagya Kunda, everything is ready. Everything was just kept like that. And Ram was called to Kaikeyi, and Kaikeyi told Ram. And Ram said, no problem. What is this 14 years? My dear father, don't worry. 14 years will just go like this, and I will come back to you. And you don't worry. You stay here, take care of Mother Kaushalya, and I go forest. So he got ready. Lakshman heard that, and he was furious like anything. I will just go and kill everybody, and you know, he said, you are the king, you become the king. And Ram said, no. We have to follow our father's words. He has given words to Mother Kaikeyi, and we have to keep these words of our father. So you stay here, you take care of father, I'm going. And Lakshman said, I cannot go without you. I cannot stay alone without you. I come with you. I serve you. I will do everything. I will bring water. I will bring food. I will do everything. I will clean the floor and I do everything. But please, you cannot tell me that I cannot come with you. And then Ram said, okay, but you take the permission of Urmila. If she allows you, then you can come with me. Otherwise, you cannot come. So Lakshman went to Urmila. And he said, we have both big tasks. See, you take care of Mother Kaushalya and I take care of Ram. So, can you please help me to fulfill my service to Ram? And Urmila says, it's all fine. Go and serve Ram. I will take care of Mother Kaushalya. And one thing, usually ladies cry, yeah, when something they cry. It's normal for ladies, yeah. He said, you should not shed tears when I go. And this was the most toughest for Urmila, not to cry, not to shed tears. He said, this will give me strength for 14 years to serve Lord Ram. No. So then he went with, and then Mother Sita heard it. So Mother Sita got also ready to go with Lord Ram. So they went in forest. And there they stayed 14 years, killed so many demons, and this Ravana kidnapped Mother Sita. And came back. Hanuman went to Lanka, get Mother Sita where she is. And Ram went to kill Ravan, killed the Ravan. And then came back to Ayodhya. Then something else also happened in Ram's life. Some people in Ayodhya, they started to speak. How can Ram accept a woman who was 1 year with some other person? So Ram heard that, and he sent Mother Sita in the forest. And she was pregnant. A very sad story. And Valmiki Muni gave her the shelter, and she stayed in the ashram of Valmiki. And there she gave birth to Love and Kush. And they grew up. And Valmiki teach them Ramayana. And then they found out that Ram is their father. So they went in Ayodhya and they were singing Ram Katha. And then at the end, Mother Sita came and she entered the Mother Earth. So then the people, they understood their mistake, that they were criticizing Mother Sita because she entered. Mother Earth came with the Mother Earth, Mother Prithvi Devi. She was sitting on the crown and she came and took Mother Sita. And Mother Sita went back to Vaikuntha. So Mother Sita is very merciful. She said all the citizens, some people who were against this, they all fell at the feet of Mother Sita. And Mother Sita said that to Ram, please forgive all of them. They are your children. So this is the Ramayana. It's a long Ramayana, can make it short and so. So the story of Lord Ram is very, brings us very much happiness in our life. So yes, so now will be the Gaur Aarti. Nishingadev. This is Nishingadev is another pastimes. He was so angry, he wanted to just kill the Hiranyakashipu, And so Lord appears in different forms, different pastimes, different to protect his devotees in different ways. So, but he's our Lord, Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Shiva Advaita Gadadha Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Nrsimhadev ki
Kiva Jaya Jaya Gora Chandir Arati Kosobha Kiva Jaya Gora Chandir Arati Kosobha Arati Kosobha Janavitatabane Jagamanalobham Janavitatabane Jagamanalobham Kivadakene Nitachan Vamigadadaram Kivadakene Nitachan Vamigadadaram Nikate Advaita Sini Vasa Chatradara Nikate Advaita Srini Vasa Chatradara Vikate Advaita Srini Vasa Chatradara Kivavase Ache Gorachan Ratna Singhasaning Kivavase Ache Gorachan Ratna Singhasaning Arati Karen Brahma Adi Devagane Arati Karen Brahma Adi Devagane Arati Karena Brahma Adi Devagane Eva Narahari Adhikari Tamaradhulayam Narahari Adhikari Tamaradhulayam Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gasadikayam Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gasadikayam Eva Sankha Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Kartalam Eva Sankha Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Kartalam Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Paramarasara Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Paramarasala Shankha baje, Ganta baje, Madhur, Madhur, Madhur baje. Shankha baje, Ganta baje, Madhur, Madhur, Madhur baje. Madhur, Madhur, Madhur baje, Madhur, Madhur, Madhur baje. Nitai Gaur Hariva, 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 Nitai Gaur Hariva, 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 Nitai Gaur Hariva. Ki Baba Kate Chandra Jini Padana Uchvalam Ke Baba Ho Kate Chandra Jini Padana Uchvalam Kate Chandra Jini Padana Uchala Kala Deshe Vanamala Kore Jalamala Deshe Vanamala Kore Jalamala Gala Deshe Vanamala Kore Jalamala Deshe Vanamala Kore Jalamala Eva Shiva Sukha Narada Premi Gada Gadam Eva Shiva Sukha Narada Premi Gada Gadam Sukha Narada Premi Gada Gadam Vakati Vinoda Dekhe Gaurara Sampada 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 Eva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chandir Arati Ka Sobha Jaya Gaura Chandir Arati Ka Sobha Janavita Tavane Jaga Manalova Janavita Tavane Jaga Manalova Gorangera Ratik Shobam Jaga Janamanalobam Gorangera Tikshava Jagajanamana Loba Tikshava Jagajanamana Hey Jagajanamana Loba Jagajanamana Loba Nitai Gaur Hariva 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 Nitai Gaur Hariva 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 Nitai Gaur Hariva Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Garadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Gaura Bhakta Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Garadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Garadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Garadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Garadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Prahlad Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha, Jaya Prahlad Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha, Jaya Prahlad Nrsimha, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Shri Pada Lakshmani Singh Dev Bhagwan ki Jai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Pramanande. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajaka Charya Stotra Sata Shishimad Abhaya Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Jai. Iskam Viviti Samstapaka Charya Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajaka Charya Stotra Sata Shishimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Srila Gaurkishora Savaji Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Srila Sachidanandana Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Shri Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Ananta Goti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Shad Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गिराधार शिवश्री गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गिरिधारी गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरिगोवर्धन की जय। श्री श्री लक्ष्मण सिंह देव की जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। सिंहाचलम धाम की जय। अयोध्या धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। बृहत् मृदंग की जय। श्री राम नवामी महामहोत्सव की जय। निताई गौर प्रमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Alle Ehre sei den versammelten Gottgeweihten. Alle Ehre sei Shri Guru und Shri Gauranga. Alle Ehre sei Shri Prabhupada.
Namaste Narasimhaya Daladalada Daine Hiranyakashipu Laksha Shrilatanka Nakalaye Ito Nisimha Parato Nisimha Yato Yato Yamitato Nisimha Bahir Nisimha Yidayir Nisimha Narasimha Mahadim Saranam Prapade Namaste Narasimhaya Kala da la da da ine. Hiranyakashipu vaksha Shivatankana kalaye. Ito nisimho parato nisimho Yato yato yamita to nisimho. Vai nisimho diraye nisimho narasimha madim sharanam prapade. Namaste Narasimhaya Dala Dala Daine. Hiranyakashipu vaksha Shivatankana kalaye. Ito nisimho parato nisimho Yato yato yamita to nisimho. Vahi nisimho haridaye nisimho narasimha madim saranam prapade. Tavakara kamala varena kamadbhuta shringa Dalita hiranyakashipu tanubinga Ishavadita Narahari rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare. Savadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare. Nisimha Jai Nisimha Jai Jai Nisimha Praladesa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa Shri Nisimha Jai Nisimha Jai Jai Nisimha Praladesa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa Nisimha Jai Nisimha Jai Jai Nisimha Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Namaste Narahari Dala Dala Daine Madim Sharanam Prapade. Vahir Nisimha Hridayar Nisimha Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade. Shri Lakshmi Prahlad Narasimha Dev Bhagavad Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Lakshmi Narasimha Dev Bhagavan ki Jai.